What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Another day, another Bookmas video. Today I have 12 books, and these are the 12 books that I want to read in 2024. For whatever reason, I've been putting them off, but some are anticipated releases. I picked 12, one for each month. That's as ambitious as we're getting. I was like, 24 books for 2024. Nope, 12 books for 2024. In the comments down below, let me know one book that you really want to read next year. And yeah, in no particular order, let's get right into the video. Alright, first we have The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. This is an adult fantasy, follows a single mom and she's a pirate. That right there sold me. Why I have not read this yet, I don't know, but that's a really good pitch right there. I haven't seen this book a ton, like floating around, but that's okay. I do want to give it a shot, and I hope it is amazing because the premise sounds really good. Shannon Chakraborty is always talked about with her City of Brass trilogy, the David trilogy. Everyone talks about that, so I'm sure this is amazing as well. Can't wait to read it, and that's the first book we have on the list. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. These are parents. Josiah and Yasmin are co-parenting. They fell out of love, but they find their way back to each other, and I think that is just so sweet. It's long overdue for me to read a Kennedy Ryan book because I still have not read one. I was gonna read, I think it was Long Shot, but I read the trigger warnings and was like, not for me. It's an adult romance and I'm gonna give it a shot, so I'll let you guys know. I'm excited to see what Kennedy Ryan is all about because the girlies love Miss Kennedy Ryan. Don't come for me for not having read this yet. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This is a YA fantasy. It's rivals to lovers. Two people that are rival journalists and they are communicating with each other through magic typewriters, and it sounds really good. This cover is amazing. It's the UK cover. I heard lots of good things about it. Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I think there's 5 books out now. I think Magnolia Parks, a new one I can't think of the name of, just came out. I am scared to read the series, but I do want to read it because it's been sitting on my shelf for so long. I've heard it's like Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls, one of the G Girls shows. I don't know. It's about rich people and their dating lives, and that, I don't know, but people love it, so why not give it a shot? And this cover goes crazy. Like, there's so much stuff going on this cover. This is doing a lot. Ooh, okay, it's still POV, and I think it goes back and forth between the friend group. I don't know, but I want to read it because anytime I see a book where someone has a reaction and they're crying, I'm like, okay, add to the TBR because I want to see if it'll make me cry or not. My toxic trait. Flame Fall by Rosaria Munda. This is the second book in the Aurelian cycle. I'm not ready, because if I read this book, that means I have to read book 3, and if I read book 3, that means my heart has to be broken. But it has to happen because I miss Annie and Lee. Fireborn, one of the best dragon books I have ever read. If you love books with dragons, if you love political fantasies, pick it up right now because it is amazing. First one's dual POV. I heard this one has more POVs. That's exciting because I loved a lot of the characters in book 1. I'm not ready for my heart to break, okay? I'm not ready. Your girl is not ready. It's got to be done. Jade City by Fonda Lee. When I tell you this book has been hyped up, this book has been hyped up. Like, my expectations are through the roof for Jade City, the Green Bone Saga. That being said, couldn't tell you what it's about. I think the Mafia? I think it's about the Mafia. When I see a book hyped up over and over, I try to avoid anything about the book just to go in it with, because if my expectations are high but I go in it with not knowing anything about it, like go into it blind, I will have more appreciation for it, more so than my expectations being super high and me knowing every single thing about the book, because then I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know. I've heard that Fonda Lee doesn't show her characters any loyalty, so I'm gonna try not to like any character too much. Because I could get blindsided and they betray me or something. Because if you betray the main character, you're betraying me. That's how this works. That's book science. Next we have another Shannon Chakraborty book. This is The City of Brass, the first in the David trilogy. I thrifted this for so cheap, and I'm so proud of myself because this book never goes on sale. It never ever goes on sale. Miss Chakraborty said I'm getting my coin. My book doesn't go on sale. Takes place in the 18th century. It's a completed trilogy. Multi-POV, follows a group of friends, and I've heard it's extremely well written. Shannon Chakraborty, I'm coming for you in 2024. I'm ready. I want to be a fan. I'm tired of hearing references and I have no idea what they mean because I haven't read the books yet. It's time for me to get on my Zoom. I need to get on the Chakraborty train. All aboard. Choo choo! Stop. Why did I just do that? But why did it kind of eat though? It kind of ate though. Choo choo. Do y'all remember, what was that train on like Disney Channel called? They was getting down on that train. Like, they had some good songs on that train. I was like, okay, this train has some soul to it. But not Soul Train. Not Soul Train. Moving on. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. To read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, you need to read the Caraval trilogy. That's why this is on the list. I know that this is like a carnival game book that goes crazy. I don't know. I'm not like, yes, I really want to read that. I just know I really want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Gotta read this to read that. So we're getting through the first 3 books to get to that. The Bone Shard Daughter. This is the first book in the Drowning Empire series. I picked this up because someone said they didn't like this book, but they said that they appreciated how unique and how out there it was because they'd never read a book like this ever before. Which just goes to show that negative reviews can still make people read books, because that negative review made me want to read this because I'm like, whoa, a book that really stands out and it's a complete trilogy and it's multi-POV. Sign me up. It's by Andrea Stewart, and I have all 3. And also shout out to Orbit Books because they sent me every single book. Thank you, Orbit Books. That was so sweet. This is an indie author, which embarrassing that I only have 1 indie author on this list. I need to make a part 2 with indie authors. It is Heir of Broken Fate by Mads Rafferty, and I've heard this compared to ACOTAR. As someone who's never gonna pick up ACOTAR, this is perfect for me. This is perfect. It's perfect for me. Okay? The ACOTAR fandom, it's too late to join. I'm not gonna join. It's not too late for me to read this. I've seen the author like post little quotes. I'm intrigued. Follows Delilah, her journey, and there's a romance subplot. I don't need to hear any more. I don't care about anything else. It has a romance subplot in a fantasy book. Yes, I'm gonna read it. I don't care about the other stuff. I don't care about the other stuff. I mean, obviously I do because I want the fantasy first. The little smidge of romance I get, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take my grains, my strands of romance in my pile of fantasy. And somehow that's just better than a bunch of romance with like a little bit of fantasy. I don't know why it's better, but it is. It is. I guess because I'm not a romance girly. That's probably why. But like, also explain that to me. If I'm not a romance girly, why do I need at least a little bit of romance in my fantasy books? Something to think about. Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. This is a surprise because I did not like the Serpent and the Wings of Night duology. I was like, this is not for me. I don't like my FMCs to do me like that. I was duped. I was heartbroken. I was like, no way. That's crazy. Whenever I made my review talking about like, I didn't really like this, and this about the book, someone was like, if you didn't like this series by Carissa Broadbent, pick up Daughter of No Worlds because it's like everything that you were missing in the Serpent and the Wings of Night. And good on that commenter. That sold me. Let's be real. That sold me. But these hardcovers, I'm sorry. A pretty hardcover. 1 pretty hardcover a day makes my wallet lay less pay. I have to work on that. It follows Tasana and Max, and it's instructor-student romance. I think she's like 24 and he's 27. I also like reading about characters that are older now, so that's a slay. I love me a good student-teacher romance, but it's a romantic fantasy. The Serpent and Wings of Night is a fantasy romance. So hard to get fantasy romance right. It really is that I like. Me personally, I have 2 fantasy romance books that I love, and that's it. And I've read a lot this year. Too many. I keep giving them chances. Right, the last book on the list, you probably seen me waving it around just a second ago, is Lore of the Wilds. Look at this cover. Look at it. Look at it! By Annalise Sobrana. A library with a deadly enchantment. Library? That's all you have to say. If a book has a magic library, I'm reading it. That sold me, and also the cover. It follows Lore. She's trapped in forested prison. She tried to escape so many times, but she ain't gonna get out of there. Or gonna be there for a long while, or she's gonna get really injured trying to get out and failing. She's failed many times. So she ends up making a deal with the Fable. She leaves the forest and then she goes to start cataloging a library, an enchanted library that hasn't been touched in 1,000 years. No fae can go into this library, but there is like a slight chance that a human may be able to breach the curse. So she convinces the Fey Lord, yeah, look, I can probably do this, but she's really after something else, and that is magic for herself. Those are 12 books that I want to read in 2024. Let me know a book you want to read in 2024. Like always, if you're reading these books, let me know what you thought in the comments. If they're on your TBR, let me know that as well. I want to know all the things. I want to know all the bookish news. Thanks for watching another day of Vlogmas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Time to pose for a thumbnail, because I keep forgetting to do that. Currently listening to Vacation Eyes by the Jonas Brothers. Currently watching Nothing. If you have TV suggestions, let me know. Alright, pose for the thumbnail! Oh no! This is always so fun to look at on camera. Okay. Ah! Backing up. Oh no! Oh. Bye guys.